Now you guys stopped on this video for a reason, and I believe it's because you want to know how to turn an old tree stump into an awesome looking bonsai in about 5 years. I'm going to show you how to do that. So today's video is going to be slightly different for you today. I don't like doing the same old thing all the time, so I like changing the format of my videos. We have someone very special doing a little collaboration at the end of the video, so please hang around for that, and at the end you will see the transformation of the Tanuki. So please hang around till the end and I'll see you then.
Rising early, often before the birds had begun to sing, my granddad would wake us. "Hurry," he would say, "or we'll soon miss it." And as fast as our sleepy eyes would let us, we'd get dressed. He would park at the bottom of the hillside next to the path that brings us back. And from there we'd set off towards the steep climb to the top, picking up the pace halfway up in anticipation and excitement about what we might see. As we near the top, Granddad would say, "Slow now, children. Quiet. We don't want to scare them away." Motionless, all of us holding our breaths in case the noise of our breathing might scare them away, fixing our gaze upon one particular oak set deep within the wood, upon the biggest branch, and then, only on the luckiest of days, a beautiful barn owl would sit, his eyes fixed upon the field where the rabbits would play. We would sneak to the right of that field and sit on an old fallen tree my granddad had placed there many years before, just nestled slightly back in the woods, as to not give us away. "There," my baby brother would say. First one, then two, and waiting just a minute the field would be full. My baby brother in quiet joyful laughter whilst watching them. Myself, being older and having seen him many times before, would gaze at the owl on the branch of the old oak tree, watching for tails that would give way to flight. First his eyes transfixed to one spot, then each claw unhooking from the branch. His head then goes down and whoosh, he is away. Sometimes without even a flap of his wings, he's on top of his prey and back in the air again. I'll never forget one particular morning. The field was thick with morning fog. We could barely see 30 feet in front of us. We watched as deer bash their heads in rut, and as they moved into the fog, appeared the owl as if in slow motion, wings all stretched out. Fog swirled all around his wings, and he swept downwards to catch his prey. I'll never forget this image. It is etched upon my mind. After a while, the sun would rise and the noise of the day would begin. "Come on then, children, you can go and play." My baby brother, before he could finish, would run into the field chasing the rabbits, wanting them to play. I've got to tell you, though, I used to do the same. We'd walk then afterwards for about a mile, and I remember having to jump a small stream into a wheat field, and up the last hill of the day. At the very top of that hill stood the most amazing oak tree. It had a trunk as wide as the length of a car, all hollowed out inside, and even enough room within that you could climb. Its lower limbs so wide and heavy they touched the ground before rising again. There we would sit and have lunch under the old oak tree. My granddad and brother would sit facing down the hill toward the woods below. I would turn, lay down, right under the tree, look up at wonder at the old oak. It was only me that knew, you see. I never told a soul for years. It was just me. What was this thing meant for me, you ask? Up at the top of that old oak was a hole that could only be seen from one spot where I lay. And very occasionally, he would poke his head out from this hollow to see if we had gone. It was the owl. He lived at the top of the old tree. That was just for me. When was it, do you think, in your life that you first realized your appreciation of trees and the life they give and bear? I am MD from Malucrian Designs, and this has been a true story of Bonsai Crazy. This has been a Treemasons collaboration. We hope This has sparked some old memories for you all. We would love to hear some of your memories. Leave us a message in the description box. If you are a bonsai YouTube creator and you're interested in joining the Treemasons, bonsaicrazy76@gmail.com.